Hey team, Shannon gave me a call and asked me to participate in our weekly videos for the Best of the West. It's been pretty inspiring watching and getting to see some of the prior reps, some of the more experienced tenured reps who I myself and I know a lot of other people have always looked up to in the industry. Michelle out there, always enjoyed your attitude, your positive mentality out there. Robert Navarro, cold, calculated, always been an inspiration to me since the day I started interviewing with this company. And Nick, love you, man. Always enjoy the energy. It really kind of brings together your West Coast region as a whole as who you guys are in a family and everything. And we love seeing that out here in Texas. It's always good. So Felicia, how you doing? We're taking care of old Wilson down here. We got an ankle with him this week. He mentions Harborview a lot, and we always talk about a lot of the porcupine K-wire cases y'all do out there. But anyways, we have reps all throughout the country, and it's always good to keep everybody together. I like that Shannon's doing this because we are missing the foot and ankle Olympics, and I'd have to tell you, aside from NSM's always being a fun highlight for me to get to be around everybody and learn and be involved and engaged with everything, it's nice that you're doing this, and we all do appreciate it. It's been something to keep us on our feet. But anyways, let's kind of go into a little bit about my history here. Michael Dorsey, I am in the Austin, Texas territory. I get to work with Matt Smith and Bart Fisher. Bart Fisher, you might have seen the name running around. This man grabs the wheel and just takes off full speed. So we love the guy. We're happy to have him on our team. Anything I say and relevance to me or myself, it pretty much begins with the team, and that's something that I've got to have over the past few years with Wright Medical as more of a team structure. So I'm from Dallas, Fort Worth area, Arlington, Texas. I did school, Texas Tech, didn't study anything relevant to biology or medical sales or anything that would get me in there. I was a communications major. Thought it'd be a little bit easier to keep a lower GPA and get that little degree. But ultimately, I kind of fell into medical sales. I was working in a lot of different sales back in the day. I did online golf course website sales. I did social media optimization, SEM, SEO, different things like that, selling front page business ads and stuff to small business owners. I worked in oil and gas for 6 years. I used to call up people and, try to get them to write me $100,000 checks over the phone for some working interest in a well. I've kind of learned the boiler room style and stuff like that. But with this, I got an opportunity to work with Wright Medical back in fall of 2014 and got hired December 2014. And it was kind of a funny story, but I was out living as a ski bum and a river raft guide in Colorado in 2014. I happened to break my ankle, got surgery from this guy up in Dallas that a friend recommended me to, and I spent about 8 weeks calling the clinic and bugging his PA and texting the scheduler about my post-op notes and Googling things and asking all these questions, and then finally, they gave me the name and number to the rep so the rep could dumb it down for me. Go figure, the rep happened to work with Wright Medical. Handful of my friends worked with Wright Medical in Austin. I had a job about a month and a half later. They hired me as an assistant rep. I kind of got thrown into the mix. My senior rep at the time and the district sales leader had kind of made their way out of Wright Medical, and I had an opportunity to step up. Very new into medical sales at the time. I was probably 6-8 months into it, and I got an opportunity to kind of move, and I moved an hour north of Austin, took over the territory, and basically had to learn how to manage myself and my teammate along with me, and we kind of the struggles were real, but we worked it out. Ultimately, why I got into this, I really think that it was a blessing in disguise. I was still walking into surgeries my first month and two with a cast still on my foot. and just from a recon that I had on my ankle that I messed up. So, long story short, I've always loved sales. I've always enjoyed a challenge. I've always enjoyed, trying to master your art and do what you do. My mother owns a performance automotive shop, so I grew up with a wrench in my hand. I've been a grease monkey since the day I could lay on a crawler and get up under a car. So orthopedics, reconstruction, tools, all that stuff, I feel like it just came natural to me, and I absolutely fell into it. And it was something that I was very fortunate to be able to understand and get the 3D image, the 3D, motion and planes, and learn these things. But it's been quite a journey so far. I feel like if we're going to go on the question of what made me good in sales, first of all, unlike everyone that preceded me here in this video, I've yet to get to walk the stage and be up there with you guys. I've been here 6 years now. I've been in transition with my territory. The past year and a half is the first year and a half I've had a true territory where I haven't been going and working a different territory or driving across Texas to do this or picking up what was left and trying to reestablish and then moving on to the next spot. So it's nice to get to have a team now. I think what really can help make me successful at sales is the team around me. Matt Smith, Bart Fisher. Not one day goes by that one of us doesn't help one another and one of us reaches out to make sure that we're taking care of one another, because you have to have the communication, you have to have the team focus there. That's huge. But I think one of my biggest strengths is knowledge. As far as personality goes, it might take a little bit for a doctor to get used to me or warm up to me, and vice versa. But those are things that you have to learn. You have to be a chameleon in the industry, which we all are. It's why we're here, and we can all understand that at the end of the day, if you don't know what you're talking about, and granted, I've put my foot in my mouth many times. I hope that we've all been there, because learning the hard way, I think sometimes is the best way to learn. But knowing your products, really understanding your competitive landscape is huge. The doctors can trust you after a while. They'll give you an opportunity, start with something small. When they understand that you know what you're talking about and you're here to help them troubleshoot, you're not really in sales at that point. You're more of a consultant, which that's been made aware many times. And I feel like when a doctor really learns to trust you, that's when he's texting you and saying, hey, come take a look at this. What do you think I should do? When they start asking advice from you, it can be a little bit of liability in there, which we always have to defer when needed. I think we all know what I'm talking about there. But knowing your products, knowing the indications, knowing the pathology, understanding what the patient's coming in for, understanding what the patient's goals are leaving, that makes a big difference on what you're applying in the case and what you're looking at doing. So I think that's big. But let me just jump into the Stryker merger. This is something that we've been getting really excited about. We've been fond of the Stryker team, vice versa here in Austin. We have some good respect for one another here. It's taken a lot for us to keep really quiet and not start trying to really get out there and hit the gun running. But ultimately, when it comes to the Stryker merger, yes, we do have to look at it as an interview. That's huge, what Robert said. We need to really know that we're covering all the bases. When it comes down to, all right, well, I do a lot of total ankle replacements here in Austin. Do we do just as much core? Are we handling just as much bio? Are the surgeons who are using us for total ankles using us for everything in our bag as well? That's been a challenge of mine here in Austin that I've been trying to really jump on top of and get everybody together. And I think that my team and I, especially my teammates, they've been able to help me out a lot with accounts that I've taken priority lead on, and other accounts that they are too. So vice versa, we want to make sure we're hitting all bases. And I think at the end of the day, when it comes to the full merger, we need to all understand that we're all valuable in certain ways, but if you can be valuable in every way possible, that means being the one to take the clinic sales now that we have clinic sales, and being the one to go for the hammer toes just like you are, the Charcot reconstructions, because every surgeon out there has an opportunity to touch these, and it's just a matter of us to work with our surgeons to get them comfortable, to make sure that we have those relationships. And I think, you know, my team and I really do here, and we can look forward to the Stryker merger as something that is going to be beneficial for all of us, and it's going to create a lot of opportunity for growth. And at the end of the day, we're looking forward to it. I know a lot of people out there are excited about it, and I think that's it. One thing I would like to say is, Shannon, you've always been an inspiration. We've always appreciated your outlook, your passion, your integrity, your grit. First time I ever heard a goal without a plan is just a wish. I kind of took that and ran with it. I knew exactly where you were coming from there, and I think everybody does too. But it's good to be a part of the Southwest region. Unfortunately, we're not getting to see each other this year, but we'll make it happen sooner than later. And I think everybody out there, stay safe, keep wearing your mask, and we'll see everybody soon. Cheers.